A single line is all that is needed. I never learned art. I did not want to, because I didn't want to change, didn't want to pollute the sacredness of my art. Because I suppose if you learn art, it's not truly your own art, but only a mere imitation of what the artist teaching you is doing. So to truly and purely express your art, you need to unlearn everything. You need to go straight into the abyss, deaf and blind. So this is something I've developed quite recently through time and practice. And I still feel like there's still a lot more to be explored. So I wrote a program that can now create these single line drawings for me. And this was done using a mathematical concept called Fourier transform. But the underlying principle still remains the same, to create artworks using a single continuous line. Now what I really like about creating artworks using a single continuous line is that you make them in the moment. So when I start creating a piece, I know what the bigger picture should look like. But as I'm drawing it, I have to make decisions of where the marker should go. So for example, I started at the head and I ended here now, but it could have been that when I was practicing, I started at the head and ended down there. Now this is interesting because this is exactly how I live my own life. I have an idea of where I want to be eventually, but I make decisions in the moment. I go with the flow, hoping that eventually I'll end up there. Now, of course, there are times where things do not work out, obviously. There are times where mistakes happen, but this is okay. Because these are necessary absolute points in your life which determine the bigger picture or the biggest artwork that you'll ever create called life. And so in contrast to my own drawing, there are of course times where I make mistakes. Yeah, I see it. And this will always be noticeable to me. But to you as the admirer, you don't see it. You see it as one big artwork. So my life, or my art, should I say, is a metaphor of my life. And I'm wholly committed to living life as an art, my art. I am Rishab Gupta, and a single line is all I need. Thank you.